Sorry about that, folks. My little thingy got out of line here. A little stand wanted to come off the side of the table for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is. And I don't know why. See if we can get this thing a little sturdy here. Okay. Let's see if I can fix this a little bit better, where it'll stand put and not move around on me. I think that'll just about do it. Alright, well, welcome everybody. NBC Game of the Week, 1975. And we're just about ready to go. I set this up to do earlier, but for some reason I can't get back to my original thing, so I'm going to have to create a new one, I guess. I don't know how to get in here otherwise. Let's see. I don't even know how to do this. Probably going into territory I shouldn't have gone into. Alright, let's see here. To fix this other video. So let's see what we got here. See if I can fix this before we get going. Alright, let's see if we made it. Okay, now we're back. Okay. Like I said, I wanted to set it up ahead of time so that people could know it was going to be coming and whatnot, and I wanted a nice little thumbnail and all that stuff, but then I couldn't figure out how to get back to the video once I set it up in advance, so I had to go to a different link, and it's really weird like that. Hello Brian B and RJL, appreciate you all for being there, or being here I should say, after that little snafu. If somebody can, I'm going to have to learn how to do, hey Larry, how you doing? I'm going to have to learn how to do this where if I set it up in advance like that, I don't know how to get that to start the video. When I start the video live on my end, it starts up a brand new thing. So I'm not even sure how that works, but I guess we'll figure it out at some point. This is the 1975 Inside Pitch NBC Game of the Week. And it is the Padres and the Pirates from San Diego. Nice pitching matchup. Jerry Royce against Randy Jones. Couple of left-handers in this game. Hello, Doug. Hello, Yankees Bob and DJ John. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Let me see if before I get the game started, I want to make sure that everything is where I would like it to be as far as visually. Besides my nasty dirty table that you can see right over in here. Let's see, does everything else show up pretty well? I guess it does. I might be able to move the phone down a little bit closer because it seems to be covering a lot of ground here, so maybe by moving it down I can get closer to the cards, and I've got some room so I can move this stuff over. I believe I can do that. And the score sheet I can just keep off to the side. I don't need that in front of me right now. That'll give me more room to get rid of that. Hello Kenyon, how you doing? So I'm thinking, let's bring this down a bit. Boy, it's a work in progress, isn't it? Okay. Let me see how that does on the computer now. See if that changes anything or helps anything. I don't know. Probably not. Let's see if I can tilt this a little bit. See if that helps. Pardon me while I get my stuff together. I would say something else, but I'll try to be nice about it and not use any bad language. Okay. So I think we're all good to go there. In fact, I got room here to my left, right beneath the dice tray. I've got some room to put my score sheet, so I can fit that in that way, and it might even work better. How about that? All right, I don't have any brown dice for the Padres. I do have yellow and black, which are kind of the Pirate colors, but I guess they could double for Padre colors. I don't know. They're very, very similar. An update also on the Yankees payoff pitch replay. That next game against Baltimore will be coming up early part of next week. I am changing how I'm doing things, though. To make things a little bit quicker, I'm going to eschew fast score and just use Digital Diamond to sim the other games while I input the other ones, so I can get the replay done faster, because I'm starting a third project in replay baseball, and the first video on that will be tomorrow night. I am doing a version like this for NBC Game of the Week, but it's going to be the ESPN Sunday Night Baseball Game of the Week. I'm going to do that in replay for 1993. They'll be pre-recorded, not live, pre-recorded. And the first two games, it'll be tomorrow. The first one's going to be tomorrow night, and then the following Sunday. So tomorrow night, we've got the Detroit Tigers against the Seattle Mariners. And then the following Sunday night, it'll be the Cubs and the Expos from Montreal. So those are the first two games, and that's what I'm going to do with the 93 season in replay. I couldn't figure out what to do with it. I don't have time to do a full season replay because I got too much other stuff going on, but I thought a Sunday night game of the week, ESPN Sunday game of the week might be decent, sort of like get your John Miller and Joe Morgan vibes going and kind of, reminisce about that. So that's what I'll be doing. Now, once our RJL starts going live with his Inside Pitch 2016 season, he always streams on Sunday night. I will make sure that I post the video for my Sunday night game after his game is over. It'll be recorded, but I'll just upload it immediately after his game is over so that there's no crossover or no conflict or anything like that. Of course, since it's pre-recorded, you can watch it anytime, but still, probably rather, not coincide or whatever. So anyway, that's what I'm supposed to be doing there with that's what I decided to do with replay baseball. Since I got into the game again, I really started to enjoy it. And especially the 93 season, I love it. Once Inside Pitch comes out with 93, it's an instant buy for me because that's one of my favorite seasons, along with 1977. And I would say 77, probably 77, 87, and 93 are probably my top three seasons off the top of my head, just because, for different reasons, but they just are. So anyway, hopefully everything look like it's copacetic. It looks like on my side, from what I'm seeing, that it looks like everything is fairly copacetic on the view. You can see everything, dice tray. I don't know how close you can see the cards because I'm still a little bit far. I feel like I'm far away on this thing. Let's see if I can lower the phone a little bit lower and see if I can't get this thing down to potentially where you can read the cards better. That's what I'm hoping. Let's see. Let's bring this down a touch. Bring this up a touch. And bring the dice tray down a little bit. So I'm hoping that that's a pretty decent setup right there. And I'll try to get, like I said, try to get a little closer. Make sure my view is still okay. My focus, I mean. So I apologize for the delay, but sometimes logistics get in the way. And I want to make sure that it's the best I can do with what I have to work with. Hello, Joel. How you doing? Didn't see you come in. Sorry about that. Hello, Jim. How are you? I think I got everybody else. Kenyon and Larry Harris and Brian B. and RJL, of course. So I thought about RJL. I thought about doing a Bill Swift replay with 1993 just for Steeler Fan, but I haven't seen Steeler Fan in a while, so I don't know what's going on with him. I guess he's waiting for you to come back. I don't know. He doesn't really show up at my stuff very often, so I would lose the effect there to do the Bill Swift replay. So anyway, here we go. Jerry Royce and Randy Jones. We'll put the stadium over here. San Diego Stadium. Did not become Jack Murphy, I guess, until later. So it looks like from what I'm seeing that everything is fitting in there okay. I think the dice tray is, well, I think it's okay. I think it's about as good as I'm going to get it, put it that way. Because I want to try to get closer to the cards if I can. So I think it'll be okay like this. I think it will. I hope so. Anyway. All right. So without further ado, since I've had so much ado going on now, it's probably way past the ado time here, I guess. Let me do one more thing. Okay. All right. It's like I said, if somebody can tell me he's out with RJL's mom. Oh, okay. Buying cars probably, right? If somebody can tell me, and maybe RJL or some of the other content creators can tell me, when I go into YouTube and set up a live stream for the future, how do I get back to it? If I want to go live on my phone, it takes me to a new stream, not the old one I set up. So I'm not sure how to do that. Maybe you have to do it through OBS or something. Maybe I was way out of my bounds there. I don't know. But anyway, hopefully that's water on the bridge now. I'm not technically savvy. I don't claim to be. Didn't stay at a Holiday Inn Express, so that won't help me either. All right, but we're underway. Randy Jones, solid pitching in 1975. If not for Tom Seaver, he probably would have won the Cy Young in 75. He was 20-12 with a 2.24 ERA. So it is Randy Jones against the Pirates. And Rennie Stennett, second baseman, steps to the plate, and NBC Game of the Week is now underway. We get a 4-6, and that's going to be a blank to a right-handed hitting Rennie Stennett, so Stennett will get the swing. That's a 3-2. It's a fly to center field, and there is one away. So Stennett flies to center field, and this game is underway. Manny Sanguillen batting second in the lineup, a .328 hitter in 1975. Jones, 6-6, possible error. 3-3 is a liner to second base. A line drive to second base. Tito Fuentes is the second baseman. His error rating is a 9. That's a 6. Now, on a line drive, that may eliminate the error. I don't know if you get an error on something like that. I'll do a failed error check. There is no error for a line drive on the sheet. So, actually, Fuentes will make the catch. And there's out number 2, and RJL Robert can confirm that for me, but I believe there are no errors on line drives. If memory serves me right, and the chart is telling me that there are no errors on line drives. Only error on throws, not regular errors. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Al Oliver. Hall of very good, as Robert would say. Hey Chuck, how you doing? We got a 1-2. And a 1-2 is a single, but he's not tired, so there's no worries there. Bring this down just a little bit. All right, we got a 5-4 on Oliver's card, and that's a fly to left field. So fly to left field is going to end the inning. And Randy Jones goes 1-2-3 on the Pirates here in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. It is Pittsburgh nothing and San Diego coming to bat. And Jerry Rolls Royce is going to be your pitcher. Another lefty. All right. Coming up for the Padres, leading things off will be John Grubb. .45 against Royce is a strikeout chance. 4 got him. So Stadium does take away 3. Takes away 3 from walks and from strikeouts, but against a lefty, he's a 10. The -3 only makes it a 7. The 4 fits, and so therefore he is out on strikes. So out on strikes, for 1 away. Johnny Grubb is retired. That will bring up Enzo Hernandez. Enzo, shortstop. 5-3 is a range play. First range play of the game. Hernandez 5-1's a pop to short, but it is a range play. The shortstop is Mario Mendoza. The infamous Mario Mendoza is our shortstop. He is a 4. So good chance he can haul this one in. If it's a 5 or 6, it'll drop. 1-4, he catches it. It's a 6, so it's a failed range play on a pop-up to short. Mario Mendoza unable to get it on the pop to short. It turns into an S6. So nobody on base to worry about, but Enzo will get the base hit on the failed range play from Mario Mendoza. And we have our first base runner, Bobby Tolan. Left fielder is stepping to the plate. First strategy roll of the game. 18, nothing happening. We're not having Tolan bunt. So Royce, 4-5. That is a strikeout chance. 12 will not get him. So Tolan will get the swing. 2-4. It's star 3, and that is a ground ball to third. The infield is halfway, so possible double play. He's a 2, but they're being halfway makes it a 3. Royce adds 1, makes it a 4. The pivot at second base is Rennie Stennett. He's a 0. So 1-4, we have a double play. It's not. It's 6, so runner advances. So the only play that Art Howe had at third base was to throw and get Tolan. So it acted like a sacrifice, even though it wasn't. But now there are 2 outs. So 2 outs with Enzo Hernandez at second base and Dave Winfield. As far as I know, the only Hall of Famer in Padre history, other than Tony Gwynn, of course. And I think Winfield went in as a Padre. I'm not sure if he went in as a Padre or a Yankee. I would think he would go in as a Padre, but I don't know. Hard to say. Royce, nothing happening on the strategy roll. 6-5, blank. We go to Winfield. 6-5 again. It's a fly to right, and that's going to end the inning. So Winfield unable to get it done with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. At the end of 1, no score from San Diego Stadium. Almost said the Murph, but caught myself. Almost said the Murph. It changes to the Murph later on, and I believe in the later 70s. Don't know the exact year. But either way you go, we're in San Diego. That's all that matters. And the other thing that matters are the -3s on the walks and strikeouts. That's the other thing to keep track of. All right, top of the second, and due up will be Pops, Willie Stargell, first baseman. Randy Jones, 3-4, and that is a strikeout chance, but 20 is way too high for that. Stargell, 4-5, and that is a split chance, but against a lefty, it's a grounder to first. Would have been a single against a right-hander, but against the lefty, it's a grounder to first. Mike Ivy takes the bag himself, 1 away. Brings up Richie Zisk, left fielder. 6-4, walk chance, and that's a 1. So first walk issued by Randy Jones. Didn't walk many. He only walked 47 in 285 innings, but he found a walk chance right there on the 6-4 chance, and that's what he got. So Richie Zisk draws the 1-out walk for the Cobra, Dave Parker. Hey, Bart, how you doing? Good to see you. All right, Richie Zisk now, strategy roll. He can't go anywhere, but there are pickoff chances for Randy Jones. So we're checking to see if we roll a 20 or not. We do not, so nothing happening. Infield is halfway for the double play. Parker is a good double play candidate. Jones, 6-6, and Jones is a ground ball pitcher. 6-6 possible error. Go to Parker. Parker, 1-4. That is a split chance against the lefty. Is a ground ball to first, but it is an error chance. That was a 6. D20 is a 6. Mike Ivy is a 9. So that'll be an error on Mike Ivy. He boots it. Ivy's error rating is a 9 at first base, and we rolled a 6. So even if that had flipped to a 9, it still would have been an error. So shoddy fielding there by Mike Ivy. Acted more like Poison Ivy. And there's 2 on with 1 out for Art Howe. Whoops. Strategy roll. 13, nothing happened. Infield, again, looking for the double play ball if they can get it. 5-6 is the ballpark card going to San Diego Stadium for the first time. 4-3, and that's a G2, ground ball in front of the plate. Possible double play. He's a 3. The infield halfway makes it a 4. And the pivot, with a right-handed batter, the pivot is the second baseman, Fuentes. He's a -1, drops it to a 3. 1-3 is a double play. And he got him, double play. It's going to go 2-4-3. So unusual 2-4-3 double play ends the inning. And I hope I did that right, RJL. Doesn't usually get a G2 very often on a double play chance. So I think that's how it went. Thurston B. Howe, yes. Yale man. No, he's from Harvard. He hates the Yale man. So I think I did that right, RJL. You can let me know if I screwed it up, but I think I did it all right. That G2 I don't think takes anything away from the double play chances. But we rolled a 1, so it was going to be a double play no matter what when you roll a 1. Pretty much. So that's going to do it for the Pirates. They had a threat there in the top of the second, but nothing came of it. All right, coming up for the Pods, it will be the guy who made the error, Mike Ivy. See if he can atone for his error. Royce, 5-4, strikeout chance, 7. Got him. So he's having a rough day. He made an error, and now he strikes out. So rough day so far for Mr. Ivy. That'll bring up Fred Kendall, catcher. Hello there. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. TSUKUNE 007. I'll just call you 007. How about that? I don't want to butcher any names. Royce, 5-2, blank to a righty. We go to Fred Kendall. 4-3 is a ground ball to third. That's 2 down as Art Howe makes the play. Throwing to Stargell. 2 quick outs. I expect a pitching duel in this game. So far, we're getting it. But you never know. Inside pitch, anything is liable to happen. Tito Fuentes, the batter. 3-3 is a strikeout chance, but 11's too much. We go to Tito. 6-4, and that's a fly to center that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Friars in the bottom of the second. Pirates will have more than one showing on the NBC game of the week. This might be the only showing for the Padres because they weren't a very good team. So I don't think they're going to be. They may show up in the second half of the season, but I doubt it. All right, top of the third, and Mr. Mario Mendoza stepping to the plate. He hit 180 on the 1975 season in 50 at bats. Played 56 games, so he was a defensive replacement quite a bit on this team. But here he's actually getting the start. Randy Jones, 4-2. That is a blank. We go to Mario Mendoza. 6-6. It's a single to left field. How about that? Mario Mendoza gets a leadoff single. Boy, talking about anything happening inside pitch. There you go. He gets the infield or the single to lead off the inning. Jerry Royce obviously looking to bunt here. Strategy roll first. Nothing happening there. All right, so I gotta get my bunt chart out. And Royce bunts at a 4. I don't bunt all that often. Robert, remind me, if you will. I know in Stratomatic, when somebody's bunting, you play the corners in, then you lower the bunt rating by 1. Does inside? I can't remember if Inside Pitch does that or not, or if it's already baked into the numbers. But I'm thinking that would drop Royce to a 3, if that's the case. That's what I'm guessing, since they're playing in at the corners, definitely expecting the bunt. I would assume that you lower that rating by 1 down to a 3. All right, thank you, Brian B. I thought that was. I want to be 100% sure, make sure I get it right. All right, he's going to attempt to bunt, but first things first, Randy Jones is going to pitch, see if he can strike him out. 4-2, it's a blank, so nothing to worry about there. Now we're going for the bunt, 1d6 and the d20, of course. All right, we get an 11. He's a 3 bunter, and an 11 is a good bunt. The 1 is to the pitcher. So it's a good bunt to Randy Jones. Mario Mendoza will reach second base on the sacrifice. We'll call it 1-4 as he throws to Fuentes covering. So a sacrifice hit 1-4. Mendoza takes second base with 1 out. Sacrifice successful. Back to the top of the order for Rennie Stennett. Mendoza has a BR rating of 3, so average runner. Strategy roll for Randy Jones. Nothing happening. Jones, 2-1 is a blank to a right-hander. Strikeout to a lefty, but blank to a righty. Stennett, 4-4. A line drive to second base. This could be a double play. Line drive to second base by Stennett for out number 2. Now, line drives with a runner on second. Runner on second and a line drive to second. A 3 or a 4 will turn this into a double play. It's not. He gets back in time. So Mario Mendoza was able to get back to second base before anything bad happened. But now there are 2 outs for Manny Sanguillen. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Jones to Sanguillen, 6-3. That's a blank to a righty. Lefty would have had a home run chance, but righty is a blank. Sanguillen, 5-4. He's going to single to right field. This could produce a run. A single to right, although Winfield has a good arm. So a single to right to get from second to home, you don't add anything. You take away that +1 because of Winfield's -1 arm. So we're looking at a straight up 3 for Mendoza, but 2 outs makes it a 4. So 1-4, he'll make it. He does. So Mendoza will score, and the Pirates take a 1-0 lead. RBI single from Manny Sanguillen gives the Pirates a 1-0 lead, and that small ball with the sacrifices and whatnot actually ends up paying off. So Sanguillen is aboard on the RBI single. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. 2 outs, infield is back now. Jones to Oliver. 5-5 is blank. We go to Oliver. 4-3, and against a lefty, that's a split chance on a 4-3. Against a righty, would have been a double. Against a lefty, it's just a fly out to center field to end the inning. But the Pirates strike first. RBI single from Manny Sanguillen. And go to the bottom of the third. It's Pittsburgh 1, San Diego 0. And due up for San Diego, it'll be third baseman Ted Kubiak. (5-2) and switch hitter batting right-handed, so it's a blank. We go to Kubiak. 6-5 is a ground ball right back to Jerry Royce. Flips to Stargell, 1 away. That'll bring up Randy Jones. 133 hitter, so pretty typical for a pitcher. He does bat right-handed, though. Even though he throws left-handed, he bats right-handed. 1-1 strikeout chance, doesn't matter what handed he throws, he strikes out. So, or what handed he bats, rather. He strikes out for out number 2. Flips the order over to John Grubb. Royce to Grubb. 6-2 is a blank. We go to Grubb. 4-6, fly to left field, and that's going to end the inning. Makes you wonder, though, how many games Randy Jones would have won had the Padres been a better team. I mean, they were just awful. He still managed to win 20 games. Go figure. Of course, his better year was 76, but so he was an all-star. But starting the all-star game, I think he was still an all-star in 75 anyway as a reliever. But anyway, we start at the top of the fourth, 1-0 Pirates. Let's see here. Trying to keep up with what you guys are chatting about, but sometimes it's hard to do while I'm trying to play the game. Brian B. Mark Lemongello. I like that name. I love that name, Lemongello. First I called him Lemangelo, and then I realized it was pronounced like Lemongello, like lemon flavored Jello. So there you go. All right, up for the Pirates, it'll be Pops. Wilbur Stargell lead things off in the top of the fourth. He grounded to first base, his first chance. 1-6 from Jones. It's the ballpark card, so we go to San Diego Stadium. And we get a 4-1. That's a single plus to left field, so Stargell will single, but now he gets a chance to extend it to a double. Left fielder for the Padres is Bobby Tolan. He's a +1 arm. Stargell's a 1 rating, so that makes it a 2. So 1 or 2, he makes it. 3, 4, 5, he holds. 6, he might be out. It's a 6, so it's possibly out. Let's take a look at the play. Let's see here. I think we still go to the second roll. So the +1 arm from Tolan means a 1 or 2, we go to the roll chart, the third roll chart. 3 through 6, it means he holds. That's a 5, so he's going to hold at first base. Not out. He's going to hold there. I think that's the way it's supposed to be done, an S+. So up next is Richie Zisk. Infield is playing for the double play. There is a 20, so a chance of a pickoff for Randy Jones. 1-9 is a pickoff. A 10 is a pickoff error. It's a 9. He picked him off. So Randy Jones picks off Wilbur Stargell. Caught him flat-footed and picked him off first base. 1 away. Nice job there by Mr. Jones. Of course, when he went out with his wife, he would sing that song, Me and Mrs. Jones. 3-1, and that is a home run question mark. Zisk is a righty. 1-15, that's a 12. It passes. We go to Zisk. But Zisk, for some reason, I guess it's the way he performed, he hits home runs much better against right-handers, not nearly as good against lefties. So still a 1-9, but it would have been automatic against a righty. But a 1-9, and Zisk will go deep. 12, he does not, so that cost him a home run, but he still gets to swing. Hello, Dwayne. How are you doing, sir? 6-6, he's going to fly to right. So Zisk just missed the homer, ends up flying to right, 2 down. And that pickoff at first base kind of took the starch out of the Pirates' inning here. And that brings up the Cobra, Dave Parker. 5-1, and that's a strikeout chance to a lefty. He's a 9. He's a 10, but the stadium takes away 3, so that's not going to be a strikeout. The stadium saves him. And we go to Parker, 5-5. It's a star 1, which is a ground ball to third. Handled by Kubiak, and the inning is over. So nothing doing for the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Still 1-0 Buccos here from San Diego Stadium. All right, 2 up for San Diego. In the bottom of the fourth, we will have Enzo Hernandez, number 2 hitter in the lineup. He has the only hit of the game for the Padres. Royce, 5-5. That's a walk plus. He walks at an 8 against lefties. The plus makes him an 18. That's a 14, so it fits. And you take away 3, still makes him a 15, so the 14 will still fit. And Enzo Hernandez reaches base for the second time. And that'll send up Bobby Tolan. Strategy roll for Enzo. He needs a 5 or less, actually a 4 or less to get a steal chance. 2, he does get it, so chance for Enzo to steal. He's a 17, plus 1 from Royce is an 18. Sanguillen's a plus 1, makes it a 19. Anything other than a 20 and he's safe. If you want to know anything at all about why we say the D20s are evil, there is Exhibit A right there. Guy has a 95% chance of stealing second base, and we roll the 5% chance. There's something about D20s, I don't know what it is, but there's something about D20s that are just purely evil. And Enzo Hernandez agrees with me 100%. He is out of there, can't believe it. But Sanguillen threw a laser down there and got him. So now Tolan steps back in after that shocking circumstance, and we go back to, let's see, 4-4 is a strikeout plus. So we're going to add 10 to his strikeout total, which makes that 17. Stadium takes away 3, makes it a 14. That's a 7. He's gone. Bobby Tolan out on strikes. So again, the pickoff took the starch out of the rally of the Pirates in the top of the inning, and the caught stealing on the 20 really took the starch out of the Padres, it seems. So Dave Winfield is up, but 2 outs or bases are clear. 2-2, and that's the ballpark card going back to San Diego Stadium. There are no home runs on San Diego Stadium. This is a pitcher's park for sure. Only 71 home runs hit all season at San Diego Stadium. 2-2, and it's a fly to center field that's going to end the inning. So Winfield is now 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts, and 4 innings are in the books. Still looking at a Pittsburgh 1-0 lead. Both pitchers have great fatigue. They got 31 batters they can face, so they're not anywhere near running out of gas, that's for sure. Go to the top of the 5th. Hello, Bart. How you doing? Didn't see you sneak in there. All right, coming up for the Pirates, it'll be Art Howe. 2-5, and that's a possible error on a ground ball. 2-1, pop to short, so no error to worry about. 1 away. And all of a sudden, coming up now is the guy who scored the only run of the game, Mario Mendoza. Singled and scored his first time up. Responsible for the only run of the game. 3-1. It's a home run question mark, but Mendoza can't hit home runs, so no need to worry about that, but he does get to swing. 3-3. He's going to fly to left field, and that's going to end the inning. Or not end the inning, but make it a second out, I should say. So Mendoza is out of there, and that brings up Jerry Rolls-Royce. He had a successful sacrifice bunt his first time up, and that actually led to the run being scored by getting that sacrifice down successfully. Jones, 5-1, strikeout chance to a lefty, and he got him. So that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing there for the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0 from San Diego, and I keep wanting to call it Jack Murphy, but I will resist the urge. But old habits die hard. Sort of like the Guardian Indian thing. Old habits just die hard. All right, Mike Ivey will lead things off for the Pods. Ivey struck out his first chance. Royce, 5-1. Not tired, so no single there. 6-5. Fly to right field. Put away out there by Parker. 1 away. And Jerry Royce seems to be large and in charge. Of course, the Padre lineup is not exactly the 27 Yankees either. That's probably helping him out his cause a little bit. There's Fred Kendall. Kendall grounded to third. in his first at bat. 6-5 is a blank. We go to Kendall's card. 3-2. It's a fly to center. That's 2 down. 2 away, and that sends us to Tito Fuentes, second baseman. And Fuentes flew to center his first chance. Pretty good hitter. Hit 280 on the season. 1-4 is a blank. We go to Fuentes. 1-6 is going to fly to the left, and that's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Jerry Royce. And at the end of 5, it's 1-0. Favor of Pittsburgh. So will this game end 1-0? You never know. It could very well do that. The way these pitchers are going. Due up for the Pirates, it'll be top of the order, Rennie Stennett. He's 0 for 2. Flew to left and line to second. 5-5 is a blank. We go to Rennie Stennett. 2-2, and against the lefty, that's a split chance. He's going to single past first base. Against a righty, he would have grounded out, but this one he sneaks it past Mike Ivy for a leadoff single, and Stennett has no chance to steal, but there is a chance for pickoffs. If we roll a 20, we do not, so nothing happening there. So Manny Sanguian, he has the only run batted in of the game. He steps up against Randy Jones. 6-4 is a walk chance. 12 is too high. So no walk because you do take away 3 from the rating. Makes it a 5. So 12 definitely doesn't fit. Sanguian. 1-5, and that's a star 6. Star 6. And let's see here. Star 6 is a fly to right field. 1 away. As Winfield puts it away. 1 down for Al Oliver. Nothing happening on the strategy. Infield still halfway. Jones, 4-4. Strikeout chance 4. Will get him. He's a 9. Stadium takes away 3, makes it a 6, but the 4 fits. And there's 2 away. Randy Jones, not that much of a strikeout pitcher, but gets 1 there. Only his second strikeout of the game so far. 2 outs now, infield back to normal for Willie Stargell. Nothing happening here on strategy. Jones to Stargell, 6-2 is a hit by pitch chance, but Randy Jones is a -10, so not going to happen. Go to Stargell. 2-1, he's going to pop it up to second base, and that's going to end the inning. Leadoff single goes for naught. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 1-0. Favor of the Pirates. And Royce just seems to be rolling along. And the Padres don't seem to be giving him a whole lot of resistance. Coming up for San Diego, it'll be Kubiak, Jones, and Grubb. Royce, 4-4 is a strikeout plus to a lefty, but he's a switch hitter batting right, so it's a blank. We go to Kubiak. 5-4, that's a single to right field for Kubiak. Only the second hit of the game for the Padres, and it's Ted Kubiak that gets it done. This will allow Randy Jones to bunt. His bunt rating drops to a 2, though, because the corners have come in, but they're still going to try it. First things first. Well, there's a balk chance for Royce. Make sure he doesn't balk. He does not. Now Royce will pitch to Jones. 5-6 is a hit by pitch chance, but Royce is also a -10, so that's not happening. So now we go to the bunt. He's a 2, but the corners are in, so drops to a 2, which means as a 2, he needs a 1 through 10 to have a good bunt. To 13, that could be trouble. 13 says lead runner is thrown out, batter safe at first. So 5 is third baseman, so he bunts it, but Art Houcks gets in there quickly and throws to the shortstop covering because second base went to cover first. So he throws to the shortstop covering as Mendoza got over there. And that's going to go actually 6-5 on a fielder's choice. Kind of unusual scoring there. I'm sorry, 5-6, not 6-5. 5-6 at second base. Fielder's choice. One away with Jones at first. And Johnny Grubb steps to the plate. No, well, he does have a chance with a balk, so we'll keep it up there. Nothing happening. Royce to Grubb. 3-6 is a blank. We go to Grubb. 5-3 is a fly to left field. That's 2 away. Grubb is 0 for 3. And that brings up Enzo Hernandez, and the Padres are scrambling to try to score a run. Nothing on the strategy. Royce. 1-3 is a strikeout chance. 5 will get him because it's an 8. -3 makes it a 5, but that is a 5. So Enzo had reached base twice, but not now. He strikes out to end the inning. 6 innings are in the books. Still 1-0 Pirates. That lone run back in the 3rd inning is still standing up. And the way this game is going, it could actually end 1-0. Who knows? Anything's liable to happen. Randy Jones has faced 22 batters. He can face 31, so he's still definitely in good shape as far as fatigue goes. So is Royce. Might get 2 complete games around here. That could be interesting. All right, here's Zisk. 1-5 is an automatic out on a star line. And star line is a 3, which is a ground ball to short. Enzo Hernandez makes the play. And Zisk is retired. That'll bring up the Cobra, Dave Parker. Parker is 0 for 2. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error and was picked off. Reached on an error, raced on a double play, and then grounded to third. 3-3, wild pitch means ball 1 with nobody on. 5-6 is the ballpark card going back to San Diego Stadium. 1-3 is a single past second base. So Dave Parker singles past Tito Fuentes for his first hit of the game. He's aboard with 1 out, and that's going to bring up Art Howe. Parker needs a 1 to get a jump. Does not get it. Infield is halfway. Jones to Howe. 5-3. That's an automatic out on a star line. And that's a 3. A ground ball to short. Possible double play. He's a 3. Infield halfway makes it a 4. The pivot at second, Fuentes, is a -1. Drops it to a 3. So a 1-3, it's a double play. It is not. It's a 4, so they get the force. 6-4 on Parker. But Howe prevents the double play. So the fact that Fuentes was a -1 pivot cost him the double play. Another reason why I like this game, because of little idiosyncrasies like that are built into the game. All right. Who's up now but this guy, Mario Mendoza. Strategy roll for pickoffs, and it's 20, so Randy Jones has a chance to pick Art Howe off on a 1-9. 14, he gets back, so Howe makes it back in. Jones, 6-1, double question mark. First pitcher result I've had this game. Against right-handers, a 1-16 is an automatic out. That's a 13, so it is an out. And it will be a fly to center field to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Pirates here in the top of the 7th. We've reached the 7th inning stretch here in San Diego. It is still 1-0 Pirates. Senior, take me out to the ball games. I'm going to stand and stretch just for a second and get ready for the bottom of the 7th. Okay, we're at the 50-minute mark, so we're doing pretty well, considering it took me a long time to get this thing started. So, game's been kind of moving along, which is probably just cursed it now to say it's going to be 15 innings and a 2-hour video, but hopefully that won't happen. All right, Bobby Tolan will lead off for the Padres. Tolan's 0 for 2. Grounded to third and struck out. 2-5, and that is a ball one on a wild pitch. Royce will try again. 5-4 is a strikeout chance. 14 is too much. Go to Tolan. 6-6 on Tolan. He grounds it right back to Royce. An easy play. One down. And that's going to bring up Winfield. Maybe Winfield can jack one, but the only chance the Padres have of scoring. Royce, 6-1 strikeout chance. Too high. Go to Winfield. That's a leaner. I want to re-roll that. That white die was a leaner, so we'll redo it. 5-6. He's going to single past third base. So Dave Winfield, third hit of the game for the Padres, and he's aboard with one out. He needs a 2 or less to steal. Does not get it. So Mike Ivy is up. See what he can do. Infield is halfway for the Pirates. 5-3, and that's a range play. So if it goes to the infielder, they're going to lose one on their range for being halfway. 5-6, it's a star 2, which is a ground ball to third. So it takes away part of the range of Art Howe. Art Howe's range is a 3. It will now drop to a 2. So it has to be a 1-2 or it's going to get by him. It's a 1, so he does get it. Now is it a double play? He's a 2. Plus 1 is a 3. They were halfway, makes it a 4. The pivot is Rennie Stennett, who's a 0. So 1-4, it's a double play. 5, he does not get it. He will get the force on Winfield. But a nice play there by Art Howe. Could have been a double down the line, but instead it's a 5-4 fielder's choice. Puts Mike Ivy on with 2 down and Fred Kendall, the batter. And if you're thinking about pinch hitting with the Padres, other than Willie McCovey on the bench, who's a lefty, they really don't have a whole lot off the bench to change out. So kind of stuck with who you have. Strategy roll, 12, nothing happening. Royce to Kendall. Infield now with 2 outs is back to normal. 1-4, that is a blank. We go to Fred Kendall. 4-6, and he's going to ground it to second. Stennett is there, and the inning is over. So 7 innings are in the books. Still 1-0. I don't know if I've had a straight-out 1-0 game in inside pitch before. This might be my first one. If the score stays the way it is. Of course, still 2 innings and anything can happen. All right, due up for the Pirates, it is Jerry Royce, the pitcher. You're certainly not going to take him out. He's not tired. So he will swing away. 4-4 strike. I'm sorry, 4-4 is a strikeout, so that will take care of Royce for out number 1. And we flip the order over to Rennie Stennett. Stennett is 1 for 3. He did single his last time up. 6-5 is a range play. 6-1 is a question mark 8. Against the lefty, he goes all the way to 19. That's an 8, which means it's a double to center field, but it is a range play. Center fielder is Grubb. Grubb's range is a 3. So Grubb has to get a 3 or less to take this double away. Whoops, got to drop it through the thing first. And he does take it away. So Rennie Stennett robbed of a double by Johnny Grubb for out number 2. That'll bring up Manny Sanguillen. Sanguillen is 1 for 3. 6-2, hit by pitch, but not with Randy Jones. Sanguillen, 1-3, is going to ground to short. Enzo Hernandez is there, and the inning's over. So nothing doing there for the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the 8th, still 1-0. That's going to be all for Randy Jones because he's scheduled to bat third this inning, and they're going to need some hitting. They'll need a pinch hitter, so that's going to do it for Randy Jones. He pitched very, very well. Deserved a much better fate, but when you don't get run support, you don't get run support. He's going to go 8 innings. Let's do the totals on Randy Jones. 8 innings, 1 run. See how many hits he gave up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits given up by Randy Jones. He walked 1. He just walked one. He walked Richie Zisk in the second inning. No other walks after that. And he struck out Royce twice and Oliver once for 3 strikeouts. So a fine outing. 8 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run which was earned, a walk and 3 strikeouts, but he's on the hook for the loss. Tito Fuentes will lead off and followed by Kubiak and a pinch hitter. And it could be McCovey, even though it's lefty-lefty. They could use McCovey because he's the best they have off the bench. All right, here's Royce to Fuentes. 2-6 is a blank. We go to Fuentes. 1-3, and against a lefty, that's a split, but it's a grounder to third. Against a righty would have been a single, but a grounder to third. Switch hitting Fuentes grounds out. That'll bring up another switch hitter, Ted Kubiak. 228 hitter now. Let's look at the bench and just see what the Padres have to offer, if anything. Hundley hits 206. Moses hits 190. Scott hits nothing. He was 0 for 9 in limited duty. Dick Sharon hits 194. Steve Hunt's 151. McCovey does hit 252. So obviously we're using McCovey. Lefty on lefty, we don't care. They need some offense. So Kubiak will hit, and then McCovey will step to the plate. Royce 4-4, and that is a blank to a switch hitter batting right-handed. It would have been a strike plus to a lefty. So Kubiak will swing. 3-6 is going to ground to second. That is out number 2. The only bad part is you hate to waste McCovey with the bases clear. You could save him for the 9th inning when they get somebody on base. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to burn McCovey right here because I think it would be a waste. We're going to use Randy Hundley, a right-hander, but we're going to save McCovey for the 9th inning. If the Padres get anybody on base at all, that's who they'll go to. But right now, they're going to use Randy Hundley. He's going to pinch hit for Jones. If anyone was on base, I'd be using McCovey right now. But I just feel like with the 2 outs and the bases empty, you're almost wasting him. Royce to Hundley. 1-2 is a blank. Go to Hundley. 4-1. Star wants ground ball to second, so Hundley didn't have what it takes. So we go to the 9th, still 1-0. McCovey will bat for Enzo Hernandez in the bottom of the 9th. So McCovey will get his chance in the bottom of the 9th. No questions asked. No question about it. All right, so Royce has faced 27 batters, so he's still good to go. He can face 31, so we're not taking him out. But the Padres do need a new pitcher because we pinch hit for Randy Jones. Coming up for the Pirates, it's Oliver, Stargell, and Zisk, 2 left-handers followed by a right-hander. So do they go to a lefty out of the bullpen? Looks like they do. We go to Dave Tomlin, a lefty. They do have Danny Frisella, a righty, also loosening in case Tomlin gets into trouble. But right now it is Randy Tomlin, or not Randy, Dave Tomlin rather. Randy Tomlin pitched for the Pirates in like the 90s. This is Dave Tomlin. He will pitch in the top of the 9th, and the first batter he's going to face is Al Oliver, lefty on lefty matchup. 5-5 is a blank. We go to Oliver's card. 1-4, and that's a single to left field. Al Oliver gets the base hit to lead off the top of the 9th. And that'll bring up Pop Stargell. He's not a bunter, so we're not going to worry about bunting. There are some pickoff chances and one steal a chance for Oliver, so we'll roll the strategy. Nothing happening. Infield is double play depth. Tomlin, 4-6 is a walk chance, and he will walk Stargell. And now Tomlin has gotten himself into deep doo-doo. He's going to come out. This is not 2023. We can't take him out after 2 batters after all. So Tomlin gives up a single and a walk, so he's out of there. And Danny Frisella, I guess who was like their closer, is going to come on, the right-hander. Probably should have brought him in to begin with, but I was trying to play the percentages against the lefties. Didn't work. So now Richie Zisk will be up to face Frisella. So Danny Frisella. And now let's see what happens here. Infield is halfway, of course. Strategy roll for pickoffs. Nothing happening. Priscilla, 2-5. Wild pitch chance. That's a 4. It will be a wild pitch. And that just didn't help the Padres at all, did it? That's going to put runners in scoring position, takes away the double play, and now they're going to play the infield in. They have no choice. Infield has to come in. 9, nothing happening. Priscilla, 6-4. That's a strikeout chance, and he does not get him. He's an 11, but -3 makes it an 8, so the 9 fails. So Richie Zisk saved again by San Diego Stadium. Padres hurt by their own stadium. And now Zisk will swing with the infield in. 5-2. He's going to single past third base. Oliver will score. Stargell has to stop at third. He's a slow runner and has not enough speed to score. But Oliver does score. And the Pirates increase the lead to 2-0. So now that Randy Jones is out of the game, the Pirates are starting to make things happen. Runners are at the corners with still nobody out. It was a K on Zisk. How could it be a K on Zisk? He had an 11. -3 from the stadium makes him an 8, and I rolled a 9. Oh, you know what? You're exactly right. I'm glad you caught that. I'm so used to playing lefties. I am so used to playing lefties. I'm glad you caught that, Brian B. I'm glad you caught that. Let's regurgitate and get back to where I started from. So Al Oliver was on third base. Stargell was on second base. And Zisk was the batter. His strikeout against right-handers is a 14. Not an 11. I was looking at 11 because I've been using lefties so long. But 14, righty on righty. -3 makes it 11, but I rolled a 9. So Zisk actually strikes out for out number 1. And the run has not scored yet. Runners are still at second and third. Thank you for that catch, Brian B. Appreciate that. Ooh, I'm glad I was looking at the chat to be able to catch that. All right, it can happen. You can read when you do these videos, it's very easy to read the wrong thing, especially when you've been using lefties the whole game, and all of a sudden a right-hander comes in. So now Parker is up. They could walk Parker intentionally, and I think that's what they're going to do to set up a double play. They don't want any part of Parker, so they're going to walk him to set up a double play, and Art Howe is your batter. Of course, the Pirates could pinch hit here and try to break this game wide open. I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to pull Art Howe, and they're going to go to a lefty, Richie Hebner. Although he's terrible at third base, you're going to hurt your defense doing that. But a base hit and you blow the game wide open. So I think they're going to take that chance. They're going to take the chance and bring in Richie Hebner to see if they can't blow this thing wide open. And he will take over at third base in the bottom of the inning. All right, so the bases are loaded with 1 out. Hebner is not really a guaranteed double play threat, so you almost have to play the infield in here, I think. Yeah, boy, it's a tough call. I think you have to play. I think you have to play the infield in. You can't afford to have a ground ball be a fielder's choice and a run score. So in this case, they're playing the infield in against Mr. Hebner. Infield is in. They're hoping to not get a range play. 6-6 is a possible error, though, so that could hurt them too. Go to Hebner's card. That is a 3-3, which is a ground ball to short, and that's going to kill him. That's a 5. Enzo Hernandez's error rating is a 9, so he boots it, trying to throw home in a hurry, and he booted it. E6, second error of the game on the Padres. One by Ivy and now one by Enzo Hernandez. Oliver will come in to score. Stargell goes to third. Parker to second. And Hebner reaches on the error to make it 2-0. Pirates. Base is still loaded. And Mario Mendoza, your batter, you're not going to pinch it for him. They want his defense out there. So he will stay into hit. Again, the infield is in. Frizella, nothing happening. needs a strikeout in the worst way. 4-4 is a strikeout, but 20 is too high on the D20, or is it? He strikes out as a 24, so that will actually fit. It will be a strikeout for Mario Mendoza. Out number 2, and now if you're the Pirates, the pitcher comes up. So this is where a National League ball comes into play. The way he's pitching, you would never take Jerry Royce out. You do have a 2-0 lead, so I guess you could go in and let him hit. But boy, if they didn't have if they had the DH, there would be no issue. But I think with 2 outs and the fact he's pitching a shutout, they can't take him out. I just don't see him taking him out. Now Dave Justy is their closer, but boy, the way Royce is pitching, I mean, I see no reason to take him out. Yeah, I don't see any reason to take him out. Up 2-0, I see no reason to take him out. So Frizella, nothing happening on any kind of strategy. Frizella to Royce. 6-1 is a walk chance, and he walks Royce with the bases loaded. He's an 8. -3 is a 5. That's a 5. D20 is evil again to the Padres, and he walks in a run. How about that? It is now 3-0 Pirates as he walks in the run. Unbelievable. And now Rennie Stennett steps in. 3-0 now. Nothing on the strategy. Frizella, 6-2 strikeout chance. He will not get him, so Stennett gets to swing. 1-2, and that's a question mark 9 to right field. It goes up to 16, but that's an 18. So the Padres catch a break as Winfield makes the catch. Finally, in the inning, 8 come to the plate. Only 2 of them score, miraculously. But it now makes it almost an insurmountable 3-0 lead for the Padres, who have trouble scoring all day. To think that they can get 3 runs off of Royce seems almost laughable. But as they say, inside pitch, the game is never over, and you never know if you get 9th inning magic. So anything's liable to happen. It is the top of the order. The Grubb, Enzo Hernandez will be pulled, and they will use McCovey off the bench to pinch hit for Mr. Enzo Hernandez. So McCovey will pick up a bat and will hit. So it'll be Grubb, McCovey, and Tolan. 3 lefties due up. But when you're going by averages, you have to worry about the best you have, not worry about lefty-righty at this point. So Grubb will lead off against Royce. 5-1. He's not tired yet. He's only faced 27 batters. He can face 31, so that will not be a single. Grubb will swing. 1-3, and against a lefty, though, that's a single past second base on the reverse split. So Grubb singles to start the inning, and now Willie McCovey will grab a bat and will pinch hit for Enzo Hernandez. If it goes somehow to a bottom or top of the 10th, Dick Sharon would be able to play short. But they're not worried about that right now. They're worried about scoring 3 runs. All right, strategy rolls are actually off now because of the score, so don't worry about strategy rolls. Royce, 6-6 is a walk chance. That's a 17, and no walk is going to happen there. So McCovey does get to swing. 1-6, star 1 is a ground ball to second. Could be a double play. He's a 2, +1 is a 3, halfway is a 4. The pivot is a shortstop, Mendoza, and Mendoza's pivot is a 0. So 1-4, and we got ourselves a double play. It's a 5, so McCovey somehow stretched it out to beat that throw, but it will be a 4-6 fielder's choice. And it'll bring up Bobby Tolan. If Tolan can somehow get on, Winfield would come up as a tying run. So as Hector Torres is not on the roster during this time, Joel. I looked it up. He's either injured or in the minors or something. He's just not there. So he's unavailable on the team at this point. All right, so Tolan trying to reach. I'm sorry, don't need strategy roll because of the score. My bad. Royce to Tolan. 6-6 is a walk chance, but again, will not walk him. He's a 7 against lefties. -3 makes it a 4. That 5 fails. So Tolan will swing, though. 1-6. He's going to ground it back to Royce. Could be trouble. He's a 2. +1 is a 3, but going back to the pitcher, takes away 1, drops it to a 2. Infield halfway will make it a 3 again. And then, let's see, the pivot would be the shortstop Mendoza, who's a 0. So 1-3, and the ball game is over. It's a 3. The ball game is over. Bobby Tolan grounds into the 1-6-3 double play. And there's your ball game. A complete game shutout from Jerry Rolls-Royce. Takes care of business. Padres are skunked. 3-0 the final. Won't be hard to add up the line score for the Padres because they didn't do much. 1, 2, 3. I've got them for 4 hits, I believe. 1 by Hernandez, 1 by Grubb, 1 by Winfield, and 1 by Kubiak. So that's only 4 hits. So if we move our little score over to here, I know they had 2 errors, so their line score is going to be pretty ugly. 0, 4, and 2 for the Padres. 3 for the Pirates. Let's see how many runs they got. Hits they got, rather. Well, they got 5 off of Randy Jones through 8, but in the 9th they got 1. Only had 1 hit, but they had 3 walks and an error. So they ended up totally with 6 hits. So there's your final line score. Pirates win it 3-0 over the Padres. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for San Diego. For Pittsburgh, rather. No runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors for the Padres. Winning pitcher and star of the game, Jerry Rolls-Royce, complete game shutout. And the loser, tough luck loser, Randy Jones, went 8 innings, gave up just the 1 run, but no run support, cost him that one right there. Complete game victory. San Diego actually won the game in real life 5-0, but they couldn't muster 5 runs today against the Jerry Rolls-Royce and the Pirates. Next week, next Saturday, we go back to the American League, and I believe there's going to be about 3 games in a row. They're staying in the American League. We'll be going to the left coast to Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, as Frank Robinson and the Cleveland Indians will invade the Oakland A's. That's Dennis Eckersley on the mound for Cleveland against Ken Holtzman for the A's. That'll be next Saturday. Tomorrow, for people watching this live, it'll be tomorrow, but if you're watching this later on, it'll be just whenever. But tomorrow, for the people watching live, it'll be the first game in the ESPN Sunday Night Baseball 1993 replay baseball. Detroit Tigers against the Seattle Mariners. I'm trying to remember the pitching matchup, and it escapes me at the moment. I don't have time to look it up, but it doesn't matter. Going to have fun with it no matter who's pitching. And we'll get to see Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez. So a lot of good players there. And then on the Cecil Fielder, Prince Fielder's father, Kirk Gibson. I think Trammell must have been dinged up a little bit because they had Travis Fryman playing short and not Trammell. He's on the roster, just not starting that particular game. And then a couple days later, it'll be the Yankees and the Orioles. And I did make the change where I'm no longer going to be using Fast Score. I'm just going to let Digital Diamond sim everything other than the Yankee games because I just got too much stuff going on and it takes too long to do all that stuff with the ticker and whatnot. And a ticker kind of goes more if you're doing an everyday thing, and I wasn't doing that, so kind of defeated the purpose a little bit, I think. And it's going to help me speed up that replay and get up to speed on that and get everything caught up. So Yankees and Orioles will be coming up for that. Probably post that on probably Tuesday, I imagine, because I'll probably record it on on Memorial Day. So, but I'll record the Tiger-Seattle game tonight and upload it for tomorrow as we start the first version, our first time of the ESPN Sunday Night Baseball Game of the Week. John Miller and Joe Morgan will not be there. You'll be stuck with me. But it will be the ESPN Sunday Night Baseball Game of the Week. Detroit at Seattle. And again, next Saturday, Cleveland at Oakland. Pretty much going to try to stick to 1 o'clock as a starting time every Saturday if possible, 1 o'clock Eastern. So that's going to do it from here. I do appreciate all you guys for tuning in despite my little snafu in the beginning. Like I said, if somebody can show me how to get back to what I was putting up there, to announce the live thing was going to happen in 1 hour, I could never get back to that. It popped up on the computer, but I had no way to get my stream to tie into that. It was starting a new stream, so I'm not sure how that works. You may have to go through the OBS to do that. I'm not sure. On my phone, I couldn't figure out how to get it done. So I probably will not be doing the advertising like that because it's going to throw everybody off. So just know 1 o'clock is going to be pretty much the goal to start every Saturday afternoon is at 1 o'clock. If it's different, I'll let people know that it's going to be later or earlier, depending on what's going on. But hope you all enjoying your weekend. I know the weather here on the East Coast is going to be a little bit rainy this weekend into Memorial Day. Hope it's nice where you are. Spend time with friends and family. Roll some games. Hopefully take a little brief respite from work, and delve into the summertime because the heat's coming, I guess. So that's going to do it from here. Again, final score, Pirates over the Padres by the final score of 3-0. And this guy, Jerry Rolls-Royce, pitching a complete game shutout. In charge all the way. Really had nobody for the Padres even reached second base. They got as far as first base. That's as far as, I'm sorry, Enzo Hernandez made it to second base in the first inning. And that was it. Nobody else from the Padres made it to second base after that. So really no threats at all on the scoreboard. And that's just what happens from time to time, especially when you play a bad team. And like I said, it's probably the only time you're going to see San Diego. Of course, Pittsburgh will be showing up several times during the season since they were the NL East champs. But next week, it's Cleveland at Oakland, Eckersley against Ken Holtzman. Tomorrow is the replay baseball, 1993, Detroit at Seattle. And then a couple days later, it'll be Yankees and Baltimore on payoff pitch 2022 style. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.